the night of Kimochi in the Valentine's Day special. Now, if you did know, like, once I get the full, freaking this year 2021 review, this is going to be really one of the most fantastic videos, because this is literally the best year of my life. Literally from beginning to end, this year was just straight just roller coaster madness. Literally it started off like literally just me doing the regular, literally going to the ball every day, begging bitches every single day, coming home and working on the Valentine's Day special. Literally I had shows like Can't Cope, Broke Cope, and Atypical to watch while I was working on the Valentine's Day special, and they also help me with a lot of ideas. I want you guys to understand that literally what I focus on when I look for a girl, especially when I take my time with a girl, when I understand that I have a girl with quality, I don't treat her like every other girl. There's some girls I say like, yeah, that's right, fucking drag queen, just come over here. It's like, nah, babe, like you have something better to do. Lily, I do shit like that. Lily, that's how I used to fucking get girls with Lily. But when it comes down to a girl of like statue, I try a different strategy, like zero and stuff like that. Lily, so that's how I pinpoint girls. Like Lily, if they're just a random girl that I'm trying to fuck, I treat it like so. But if it's an actual trophy, like I do like Lily some different shit. And I had a lot of, like boring, miscellaneous relationships with Lily girls, and like women became really, really bland over time because of, how easy it was to get them and how not challenging it was. Did I used to compare Lily how easy I was getting women, Lily, back to how hard it used to be to make a verse for ARL, how I used to be able to make schemes, how I used to be able to use wordplay, I used to be able to do all that shit, and Lily, they kept on trying to compare it over time. But when Lily, it came down to it, I recognized, I'm actually living the lifestyle of a rapper. There's no need for that. But you know what they do? You know what the ARL and the whole entire US society does? They make sure they put enough energy into their fucking side of the story in order to make sure that it's a fucking glance, that it's literally just a little short mirage that goes away because I'm a grown-ass man, I absorb concept, and I don't play this fucking high school game like Lily, this, that. You had to deal with competition, now Lily, so let me get into this story. Kimochi has been stalking me for a very long time. Hearing that I got away with grabbing over 300 girls' asses at Fanmade. Her friends were telling her about me. Yeah, this is guy who goes to convention and grabs all our asses. And so I was playing with her, so I sent her DM, and I tried to gear her like Lily, Mr. Little messages, just Lily, just put my imprint there, Lily, just wait, Lily, for things to come around and shit. And then literally fucking it got down to a point where Lily, she didn't want to lose me because I was hella popular for grabbing cheeks with Todoroki. Or the first time while I went in Fanmade 2018 in general. So I stopped my manga for a very, very long time, and people only do me for A and B's and macking on girls on Snapchat. And I forgot about my manga because I had to deal with the ARLs, problems. I had to literally write verses over and over and over again, literally do shit, and like literally, it was a long, strenuous process. But women were so much more nice to me, they made the process so much fucking easier. But you know what was overlapping over time? The ARL established something, and they dealt with something within the system within a certain amount of time, like high school, right? But what if I tell you, like Lily, they died, they went out of business, and like Lily, fucking there was no need for me to hold on to it. What if I told you that gangs need the ARL's angle in order to keep me afloat? So fucking every time, even though I'm content with my life, like Lily, I still have to deal with the pendulum. Do you know what a pendulum is? A pendulum has to do with gravity, and not only is it gravity, it has to do with people and the area, location, like Lily, and width. A pendulum is a big ass fucking scale, like Lily, to this distance and that distance, and within that distance a whole bunch of things that happen. So if you're in a city where nobody likes you but you have a girlfriend, you have to deal with hella shit. That's the pendulum. That's not a superpower. That's literally what goes up must come down. That's literally the laws of the universe. That's the balance between good and evil, is that pendulum thing. Lily, how many people are in your areas that are aware? If it's a shitty concept like Lily, they'll be able to piss you off, but you'll be able to get through it, just like high school. And a whole bunch of people are hitting on you in high school, but they're hitting on you for the wrong reason, and you graduate high school, you gotta live a better life because Lily, their concept was stupid, but because there's so many people clumped up, they're eventually going to affect you. I'm sorry, but Lily, I hope 1,000 ants can take down, one mouse. If you're a mouse, Lily, yeah, you have to understand that you're a mouse. That's why you have to stay away. That's the difference between you and the popular game. Lily, if 100 ants are that desperate, instead of getting food like how they should, they're going to all ganged up, fucking with the perspective, but it doesn't fucking work because I could absorb it. Like Brianna Perkin last year after Lily, I was scheduled to go to Level Up Expo, and Easter egg, if you're wondering why I got those flaming red jeans from Showscape from 2020, Lily, Isaiah used to have the same pair of jeans on Hot Topic. He used to have a pair of purple, and he used to have all the red jeans himself. So Lily, that's the Easter egg. If you want to know why I got so many numbers with Showscape, there is the Easter egg of Isaiah. Those red jeans I got from Hot Topic. specifically for cosplay. So word got out to Brianna that I was writing retro convention, so she started following me on a fake Instagram account, and she started literally twerking, and literally she started copying my fucking style about like me versus the lingerie I just bought, and literally fucking crazy as shit, literally, and me having no personality, like literally, you don't understand, like literally, I can fucking do so much shit with it, but literally, I had to bring myself to a goal. I could have easily fucked Brianna last year, but you know why? I waited till it was a better relationship at a better time where I became a way better person, where I didn't rely on tricks, you know, to make my lifestyle, where everything became concrete, while I'm not just making A&V, I have to make sure I make profit this, because I'm getting closer to 30, and that's why I put up on YouTube last year. So you know what I'm saying? Like, I couldn't fuck around anymore, literally, stuff like that, literally. I had to make a name for myself, because at that point, you know, tricks would be just tricks. So I had to make sure that literally I was a healthy person, that I was attracting women the healthy way instead of attracting them to the foolish shit way, the way I gorilla most of the girls, you know, really do, you know, fucking, you know, clever wordplay, you know, being slick, you know, fucking had hidden intentions, you know, being mysterious, using reverse psychology, texting it one time and then going back to video games and shit. Very snake shit. But what if I told you I tried playing society's game, I tried doing them in and out, while I'm constantly in the mind frame where it doesn't matter, I can finally accept things for what they are, because I don't need a hood nigga exaggeration, because this isn't high school. So what happened was this. The night I dropped the Valentine's Day special, Kimochi was stalking me with Zero. So you have to understand, this is the aerial angle. So I want you to read this message that I've been spelling throughout the video. You see how she said you're funny? That was Zero hacking her out of nowhere, Lily. She's like, stop talking to me like that, please. I'm like, you're funny. Lily, yeah, Lil Wayne Zero and shit like that. So it's Lily, I started talking to Kimochi, and Lily, I was pissed off. I didn't care if I lost Kimochi or not, because I had so many. I'm like, have fun, Lily. Trying to make me take you out on a date. Get in line. And Kimochi Lily replied, you're funny. I'm like, I know she heard from Zero, but it was actually Zero who hacked her. So Lily, so I wrote the job like, okay, I think the first stuff for a very long time. And you know why I liked it? And you know why it was corny? And you know why I replayed that in my head so much? Get in line, like you jerk and stuff that you know you're into it. I love that. You know why? Because it was very fucking surprising and let me know, like Lily, she said you're funny, it came with so much understanding, so much, you know, Lily, appreciation, because she knows, like, Lily, I've been through a lot. It was a day that I was pissed off, and Lily, it only happened once in a while, and I love situations like that. I love, Lily, out of nowhere, I'm just pimping her, and all of a sudden you say you're funny, Lily, at a time where I'm down, Lily, don't. That was a cameo from Grandma Genkai. Anyway, with that understanding that Lily, Kimochi Lily was in the shadows for a while, Lily, and Lily, while I was working on the Valentine's Day special, all the rumors of the most popular hot guy going to conventions Lily came out, and Lily, freaking Lily, the day I was working on it, it's like, is he finally dropped it? Like that guy who's famous for going to conventions, and now he's working on the top selling manga? So the moment I fucking Lily, I dropped the Valentine's Day special, Lily, I felt Kimochi's big ass Lily fucking on top of me. All too fucking night, Lily, it was hella fucking funny. I could hear her crapping and shit, Lily. I could hear her fucking screaming and shit. Her and Zero rolled on top of me that night. That shit was hella fucking funny. I was hella on. I'm like, yes, a personal goal was met, and it was hella funny. Literally, I had fucking dream about that shit too. You know, Jinx from Teen Titans, literally. Like, it was hella funny because I have a pet peeve, you know, not getting girls like Aunt Lexi. Like, if I get a girl who's dumb, I'm not gonna be proud of it. But this is actually a journey of fucking a go. I met with a girl and stuff like that. So Lily, fucking this, Lily, fucking Jinx is fucking talking shit to me about fucking dreaming. She's acting like Frieza and shit. All I see is fucking black. She's like, oh. You insignificant bug, literally fucking dick pics is in my fucking dream. Literally talking shit to me while Kimochi is riding my dick. It's hella fucking funny. Literally it's freaking, I'll give you something that's intellectual when you don't think about sexual shit. I'm so smart. Gives your true intellectual ability when it comes to sex. My ass, it was hella They were hopping on top of me, they were laughing, they were fucking screaming, literally having hella fun and shit, looking at Jume and shit. And the next morning, you know, the arrow fucking ruined the theme side process. Goddamn, the manly kids in the arrow. Literally, I woke up the next morning and stuff like that. I'm like, huh. And then they had to use a service machine. They had to get inside my head. They just could not accept the multi-dimensionality of this greatness. That was in my head after I easily got Kimochi, after I drew Lily fucking the Valentine's Day special Lily, and they tried to get inside my head Lily. I'm just smiling fucking Lily. Hey Lily, if you were to fucking like Lily to read my fucking mind and shit, Lily, I'll be smiling on the bed and Lily, there'll still be a voice in my head trying to get inside like, you knew you had to go to school to learn how to draw. You know this is like actually take earn standards. You knew this and that, but I didn't care. It was Kimochi, it was a girl, no matter if Lily. So what it is like they forced a fucking still frame in my head and then they were away with it in a second. But I'm like, I like how they made things easier than they need to be. be. It's like, no, you have to deal with the standards of the ARL. And that is what literally what defined this year, because I kept on trying to face the ARL standards and they kept on being pussies. And when I finally listened to Lord, when I finally started doing that is when they fucked me over the most. And guess what I did? I started listening to all the music that I wanted to listen to instead of listening to music that has reverse psychology specifically so I can stay a rapper on paper. I'm like, no, I'm gonna enjoy my free time. I already put my rate, I already have myself, I already have this and that. I'm gonna listen to every music I want. I ended up tearing this year around. I ended up literally talking shit to Stone Defeat and kept going on the beach with Uncle David, hella forward, hella girls on the beach. Literally this is how the year turned out. It's because I thought that way. It's because I didn't pay attention to your bullshit standards, or you don't even live up to yourself. Is why I got to have so much fun with Kimochi. But we're different, people. This is what you want out of a girl. A fucking literally, a understanding, like literally during your fucking relationship. Not something too long. It happened within the course of a year. You know, freaking literally, it happened literally at a reasonable time. Literally, this is what you want out of a girl. This is the definition of goals. Literally, fuck go, it's goals. You want to actually, like, you know, actually make shit out of a woman instead of, you know, just seduce some motherfucking time and shit, literally. But I learned, you know, fucking my, you know, my mistakes and shit like that, literally. It's because of fucking I had so many ups and shit. You know, that all comes from, you know, greed and game. But you don't want to use greed, you don't want to use game. But, you know, fucking when you're in situations like me, it kind of helps, you understand? Like, literally, and you can't always say that because society can't attack me to that fucking angle. You turn these girls into stinks. You did this and that when really we just had fun. You have to understand that. The more fucking core of the story is that girls just want to have fun. And guys 9 times out of 10 are stuck up because they're always trying to prove it to the wrong guy and shit. So like literally, remember that. So this is Kimochi, the night of the Valentine's Day special.